But here's what I want you guys to know this morning. Question on all of our brains. What makes you happy? Now, seriously. And what I've found in my life, and I'm not a smart guy, I'd say the majority of you in this room are smarter than I am. But what I've found in my life, and this is what gets me, is I talk to people like, I'm just not happy. Okay. Well, what do you want? I don't know. And what Jesus is about to teach us here is a lot of us we want to be happy. We don't even know how to be happy. And we keep chasing things, we're doing things. So the concept today that I want you to hear is nothing can make you happy. Now I know some of you are like, you mean I got out of bed for that? That's like the most discouraging thing I've ever heard. But it's not really nothing can make you happy. It's no thing can make you happy. I'm 44 years old, and what I've learned in my life at 44 is this. When I need a thing, something to make me happy, to stay happy, I need more of that same thing. And Jesus is like, exactly. That's why it's fleeting. Well, what may happen? Just more money? Well, how much? I don't know, more than I have, right? If I could just get married. We'll talk to the people who are married. They're miserable, right? Or vice versa. I just wish we could have kids. I've got 2. I'll give them to you, right? But it's like, what is that thing where we just want more? No thing can make you happy. So we're in bed, and she said, I'm just so happy. And I didn't even ask the question. And she said, you know what? Because we are all together. So my wife understands a concept that we all at base level know. At the end of the day, no thing is going to make us happy. It has to be relationship. But the author said this. He did a TED Talk, and this was the longest running study, 80 years at Harvard. And they took all these different people, some from teenagers all the way to the end of their life, and they just wanted to know, why are some people happy? Why are some people not? We can't figure it out, so we're going to take 80 years at Harvard to figure this out. In this TED Talk, here's what he said. I think it's so good. He says, what makes a good life? Many young people tend to think it's fame, fortune, hard work. That'll bring them happiness. He says, actually, our healthy relationships that are most important for our well-being. Relationships. Now, the reason I told you that story about my wife is, all of you are like, yeah, of course moms would say that. Moms always think that. Dads are like, when are they leaving? But moms, they want everyone together. But I told you guys that story because there's something deeper. We all really kind of, when we slow down and think about it, we know what we really need to make us happy. We know it's quality relationships. In this study, they even found that people, this is interesting, people who had great relationships lived a lot longer. Their brain capacity was better. They didn't have dementia as easy. Why? Because we were connected to be with others. Remember my wife? Why? Because everybody is happy. Everybody's together. That's what makes me happy. The reason I want to talk about Emmett for a second is we do kids club, and a few months back, Emmett texted me, and he was like, hey, what time is that? I would like to come and help. And I told him, I was like, man, we would love to have you. And here's why. Not all the kids in that group, but a lot of those kids in that group have no male role model picture in their life. Many of them. They don't have an image of a guy, what he looks like, how he acts, how he should act. And I was like, really, they will love you. So he comes in the first day, and of course, they're asking questions. They love him. They're all hanging on. And he comes in the next week. Now they're getting to know him. So everybody say, I am it. They're so excited. Then we get to the third or fourth week, and I don't think Alicia, who runs it, was here. After school, Kids Club is just an after school program on Tuesdays for 2 hours. They bust kids in, give them a meal, talk to them, hang out, help them with homework, do a little Bible story, whatever. But man, they're loving him. We get to third, fourth week, though, and I don't think Alicia was here, the one who directs it that was that week, and they're off the chain. I remember one point we're in the back room, and I've got this little ankle biter biting my leg, right? A kid's punching Emmett in the no-no spot, right? I mean, it's insane. Kids are going nuts in that room. And I look over at him, and he looks over at me, and we make eye contact, and we talk non-verbally. And what we both looked at each other and said is, I'm never coming back. And my look to him was the same. It was the nod, yeah, we're never coming back. We didn't say it. We knew, right? I work here. I'll switch jobs if I have to. It was that bad. They're miserable. So they get back together. We're getting ready to get them on the van, take them home. And I'm standing beside Emmett, and he's like, man, and Emmett talks cool. He has cool phrases, you play too much. That's one of my favorites. But anyways, he was like, man, they're off the chain today. They're off the chain. I was like, I know. we're not coming back either one of us. We'll go eat on Tuesdays. As we're sitting there, and we'll say the little girl's name, probably 8-year-old girl, they're like, anyone want to pray? And this girl is lounging. She's sitting like a senior picture on the ground, right? I will. And we're like, okay. And they say the girl's name, like, you pray for us. And I'm not making this up. I'm going to paraphrase it, but I'm going to give you a prayer. She said, God, thank you for these good people at this good place. And she said this. She said, God, thank you that they love us. Amen. Now, what I share that with you? Because right when that was over, I looked back over at Emmett, and we're both like, he's taught me some cool words too, like, man, that is fire. You older people don't know how we talk, okay? But that's how we talk. Like, man, that was straight cold. That was ice. No, whatever. Okay, we'll stop. Anyways, but here's the point. We looked at each other and noticed something. What was she really doing? What this little girl was saying, we're getting ready to pray, I promise. But what she was saying was, I can't see God. I hope God's good. But God, thank you because this good place with good people are loving me, and they're the only picture I have of you. Now, she's 8, she can't say it, but that's what she was saying. And I thought, what kind of life will we all live here if we leave today? And you're like, I want to be a teacher. I want to be a coach. I want to work at a factory. I don't know if anyone yells, I want to work at a factory. Maybe. Okay? But whatever your job is. What if you said, I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to do a good job. I'm going to work hard this week. But what if you walked in and said, I want this to be a good place. And I want people to go home, and as they're driving home, adults won't say this, but be like, that's a good person. And maybe if God is like that, then maybe I want to know a little more about God.